Hey guys, this is Corey here with Concert Crap, and I'm here speaking with Brent of Holy White Hounds. How you doing today, Brent?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing very good. Thanks for doing this again. All right,
Yeah.
let's get right into it. Let's first just talk about the band. Who are the Holy White Hounds? Go for it.
The Holy White Hounds was started by me, Brenton Dean, and my bass player, Ambrose Lupercal. And we had a couple different lineups, but a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, our drummer Seth and our guitar player James, Seth Luloff and James Manson, they joined the band. And ever since then, that's the solid lineup of the Holy White Hounds. Never to change.
How well do you guys know each other?
We're best friends, man. I mean, it's hard not to know everything about each other when you're pretty much living in a van on tour, you know.
Mhm. All right, let's talk about your new album, Sparkle Sparkle. It's out May 6th.
Yeah.
How long did it take for you guys to make and produce that?
Well, Sparkle Sparkle, we went into the studio for 3 days, and the original idea for it was that we were just going to record all the tracks live. So we went into the studio, and for 3 days we just live tracked the album.
Hmm.
And then when we stopped and listened to it, we decided we really liked what we were doing. You know, we were working with our producer, Brandon Darner, and we decided let's take some more time on this and like polish it out a little bit. And we over the course of about a year, we shopped it out and did overdubs like a guitar here, or like if you want to change the sound of a bass or a guitar, stuff like that, or maybe double up a vocal. And we just went into the studio about once a week for a year, for a couple hours,
Uh-huh.
and we just kind of built on the record and just kind of let it organically build itself. We didn't have like a whole lot of money for studio time and stuff like that, so we just kind of did it as we could,
Mhm.
and took it out to the radio, and we're working on stuff like that in the meantime while we were making it. So.
Can you describe the sound for people that don't know what you guys sound like? Like, what can they expect from that?
Yeah, it's rock music, rock and roll music. It's got a lot of different flavors of. It doesn't take itself terribly seriously, you
Mhm.
know. Some of our songs, it's not like we write joke songs or anything like that, but at the same time, I think there's kind of like a sense of humor that we all have that kind of shine through some of the tracks. Guitar, lots of riffs. People called us riff rock on this tour a lot.
Uh-huh.
We try to just keep the frills um, as little as possible, so that we like that raw sound of just like sounding like what we sound like. So if you see us live, you're pretty much hearing how we sound on our record as well.
So in other words, it's pretty much the best album of all time, right?
Yeah, I'll say I'll go out on a limb and say that last week Paul McCartney heard it and he was incredibly jealous. He was like, "Wow, how'd you guys do this?" No,
That's a
I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say stuff like that. It's gonna get me in trouble. People think I'm serious.
Well, it's a good thing we know you're joking here.
Yeah.
All right, so you did talk about touring. You guys are currently touring with the Cult right now. Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah.
How is that going? And I know you guys are almost done with that. How has that been so far? Gaining new fan bases and all that. Go for it.
Yeah. The fan base of the Cult. You know, nobody is going to a Cult show that doesn't love the Cult,
Uh-huh.
and that doesn't love music for that matter. You know, the Cult has been touring professionally for a very long time. They've been in the music business for a very long time,
Uh-huh.
and they have a lot of diehard fans that have been with them for a long time. And surprisingly, you would almost think that a band like that, maybe the fans wouldn't be so receptive to an opener. Like maybe you'd think that they've been in love with this band for a long time, and we're the only thing between them and the Cult that they love and came to see, and they're not as familiar with us as they are the Cult. But the Colt's fans have been super nice to us. Really, I mean, a lot of times we walk out on stage, and a lot of people out there have never even heard of us, and they're cheering for us before we even play the first note. So the fans have been great. The Colts have been great. We went bowling with the crew the other day, and they've just been really open to us, and they've kind of taken us under their wing and helped us learn how to tour smarter and tour better. And yeah, we appreciate this opportunity, and we appreciate everything that the friendships we made and everything, man. It's been a great tour. It's been really fun.
Is there any like one specific thing that just you yourself personally have taken into consideration a lot more than someone else has from this tour, like from the band?
Well, the other day, I have some family that lives in Florida, and this is going to sound silly because it's such a duh thing, but the other day I was real nervous because when your family comes to a show, you want to play a really good show. You want your family to see you do well.
Of course.
And I was feeling pretty nervous, and I told Grant, playing bass for the Colt right now, he said, "How you doing? You know, you seem a little nervous." And I told him my family was going to be there. And he said, "Hey, man, just don't overthink it. Stop thinking about it." And I know how silly it sounds. Like, yeah, just don't overthink it. But as a person who does have a tendency to overthink things, that was kind of the perfect thing for him to say to me in that moment, because I did kind of realize that I was doing it to myself. I was making myself nervous. There was no need to overthink it. And, you know, that's a silly thing. It's a small thing, but it was something that I really did have a big takeaway from.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like you do. Sometimes people do just need to hear the obvious if they don't, just to hear it from somebody, you know. And
exactly, and especially from him, like somebody who I just like respect immensely, you know. And he's been doing this for a while. He knows what he's talking about. He's not going to give you bad advice. So
let's hope he wasn't giving you bad advice.
Yeah.
All right. I saw. We'll stick with touring. I saw you guys have shared the stage with like Cage the Elephant, Cake, Waves, Rob Zombie. Which not just those, but just any artist besides the Cult. Like, which has been like the most memorable for you?
Well, the Cult we've been on tour with for an entire month. So, and I'm right in the middle of it now, or today's our last day, so I don't know if I can call it memorable because it's still going on. But I think after this tour is over, after tonight, being on a month-long tour with the Cult will be completely unforgettable, not just memorable, but it's our first major tour, and being able to tour with them has afforded us to play for more people than we would have been able to if we just do it on our own.
It's like you're solidifying those moments in life right now.
Yeah, I've been surprised at how well I've been able to remember every show. Like, I'll think back on like a show in Ohio or something that happened a couple weeks ago, and I still remember what the green room looked like. So I know that this is going to really be a standout time in all of our lives. Also, you know, when we played with Cage the Elephant, you mentioned Cage the Elephant, that was right after Melophobia came out, and I love that album, and I loved it then as well. And that was a show that happened last minute. We were asked to play it about 2 days before it happened, or something like that. And I think that one was a big shock to me that we were able to play that, because for me, being a big fan of the band and having it be right after their record came out, you know, that was a really cool moment for us to get that phone call that, hey, you know, Cage wants you to open up for them or whatever. That was pretty intense, very cool. You know, but I mean, honestly, dude, all the shows are. I've had more fun playing for like 10 people in Lincoln, or not more fun. I've had as much fun playing for 10 people in like Lincoln, Nebraska, as I have like sold out arenas in Orlando and stuff. The sold out arena, or not arena. I'm sorry, theater. But a big show like that, not our crowd, you know, the Colts crowd, but these guys draw huge audiences. And my only point is that playing music with your friends, if it's what you love, it's not that much different from when gig to another, even with one gig's a couple thousand people, and one gig is barely anybody showing up on a Tuesday night, you know.
Yeah, man, it's so glad to hear that you're loving what you're doing. Like being younger, did you ever like envision you would be doing this with music?
Yeah, I envisioned it all the time, but I didn't have the execution. I mean, our bass player Ambrose is the guy who really like kicked everybody's asses into gear and like he set up shows. And I often say that if it wasn't for Ambrose, I'm not even really totally sure that I would have ever played a gig yet, because I just don't have the same like I have a work ethic when it comes to writing music, and I can get lazy about that, and then I'll have like seasons where I write a lot and then I kind of take a break or whatever. But he's the guy who's just like always pushing it, always working on like the business end of it, and also always writing. Yeah, so a lot of that falls on Ambrose being the guy who kind of pushes everything forward.
Mm-hmm. Is there anyone else you'd like to share the stage with that you haven't already?
Yeah, I mean, there's hundreds of bands I would love to share the stage with. Any. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to like name names because I don't want to.
Uh-huh.
I feel like it's a slippery slope of looking. I would say like a band that I'd love to share the stage with, but I don't want anybody to think that I think that I've earned that right to do so. So I feel like that's a slippery question. I don't want to upset anyone in that way.
Okay, we won't. We can pass on that. What does the rest of 2016 hold for the Holy White Hounds?
2016. Today is our last show with the Cult. It's in Miami.
Uh-huh.
Then we are going to Cannonball, running back up to our hometown. We're going to have about a week off. We have a East Coast tour in a week, and then right after that, we're doing a West Coast tour. If anybody wants to see if we're going to be in their hometown, they can always follow us on Bands in Town. They can go to our website, holywhitehounds.com. All of our shows are up there. Any social media, if you look up Holy White Hounds, you can find us on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and all that junk. So if you would like to see a Holy White Hounds show, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out if we're going to be in your area. We also are playing some festivals from the West, Point Fest, Bunbury, Bonnaroo. We're going to be doing some of that stuff this year as well. So it's going to be a good year for us, a big year, real fun.
Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up, Brent?
Sparkle, sparkle, everybody. The record's going to be out on May 6th. You can pre-order it now. There's 3 tracks out right now, Switchblade, Blind, and Obama, that you can get. And the rest of the album, if you pre-order it, those are the tracks you get. Yeah, if anybody likes the music, buy it. We worked hard on it. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna love it. I think you're gonna want some more of it. It's no Mamba number 5, but it's still pretty good.
All right, and you summed it up perfectly, man. Don't forget, guys, Sparkle Sparkle. It's out May 6th. Don't forget to pre-order it, just like Brent said. Let us know what you guys think of Holy White Hounds in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. This has been Corey with Concert Crap, and we'll see you guys next time.